All right, so welcome to the Team Spark and Shine Summit recap. So you guys know I was in Summit last weekend. I got home Sunday night. Summit is just awesome because you get to hear from like the top coaches. You get to hear from Beachbody Corporate themselves. You don't only get to hear from them, but you get to meet them. Like I was at a party and I like literally walked straight by Melanie Mitro and I was like, oh my God, she's there. But yeah. So it's awesome. But I wanted to start the call tonight with a video that they showed at Summit that I thought was awesome. So I'm going to share my screen. Share screen. And I just want you guys to watch this.
You want to know the secret to victory? Fail to make the varsity team.
Start your career as a walk-on.
Go 3-13 your rookie season.
Lead the league in interceptions. Take a perfect team, blow a perfect season. Spend 108 years as a lovable loser.
Be on the wrong side of the biggest upset in your sport.
You really want to know the secret to victory?
Heartbreak for Matt Ryan, who is in utter disbelief.
Defeat.
Come on, one more. Make defeat your fuel.
Yay! So I like literally have goosebumps. Like I just thought that was such an awesome, awesome commercial. And it really spoke to me as a coach, just because, I mean, we have the 100 note contest going on right now, right? How many times have you felt like a failure because somebody canceled their Shakeology or somebody canceled their coach account or somebody just did the program and didn't get the results that they wanted because they didn't follow the nutrition guide or didn't reach out to you as their coach and they gave up on it, right? All of those people are known as champions in that video, and all of them failed at one point in their life. So I just want you guys all to know that and know that failure is not the end all be all. Like failure is a good thing in this business. That's one of the things that I learned this past weekend. Every single coach in this business who is at the top, who you guys see as like superstar diamonds or whatever, has failed. There was one workshop that Melissa and Lindsay were in. They were in like a leadership workshop, and the girl stood up there. I forget her name, but I will find out. Stood up and she was like, all right, who's lost a diamond? And they like, everybody stood up because everybody had lost a diamond at some point. And, you know, but Lindsay lost 7 diamonds last year. That was like one of her failures. And this girl was like, okay, you know, if you've lost anywhere from 1 to 5, sit down. If you've lost whatever. The speaker, the girl leading the workshop, had lost 67 diamonds throughout her career. 67. Like that is like an inconsolable number to me right now. So again, failure, not bad. We just need to like move past that because failure is not a bad thing. So we only have a half hour, so I'm going to stop blabbing. All right, so here I put together a couple slides because I'm a dork and I had time on the plane. So I'm going to share my screen again. Probably should start with slide number 1. So can you guys all see this? It says Coach Summit. Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, okay. Full screen. Here we go. Okay. So if you guys have questions at any point during this, feel free to unmute yourself. Sorry, I don't know what I just did. Feel free to unmute yourself and just ask it, or you can ask it in the chat. That might actually be better. Ask it in the chat and then I'll look at them after I'm done this. So the first slide here kind of goes on with what I was just saying. Opportunity is missed because most people, because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. One of the big things that I came away with also, besides that, you know, failure is not necessarily something negative, is that This business is very simple. You wake up, read a book, do your workout, drink a shake, and talk about it and recognize people. But it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. It's not easy to wake up, for me to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's not easy to push play every single day. It's not easy to get into the habit of eating healthy, but once you do, it's very simple to maintain. So I really thought this was an awesome quote, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So this slide kind of summarizes the Beachbody announcements that were made. If you guys have been living under a rock for the last 48 hours, Daily Sunshine was launched. That is the kid-friendly shake. It is a 3-in-1 smoothie that is approved by 4 out of 5 pediatricians. I gave it to my daughter this morning. She loved it. Thank God, because I was live on Facebook, so that would have been embarrassing. Also, the UK launch is happening in October, so Beachbody is going to now be available in the United Kingdom. I've seen a couple coaches posting about it. I personally haven't done anything. I started talking to I know one girl that lives in the UK, started talking to her, just kind of establishing that relationship before I'm like, hey. So if you guys know anybody maybe that lives in the UK, or if you guys would like to maybe go over, maybe we can have a separate call that's just brainstorming how we reach those people, I'd be happy to do that. So just let me know if that's something you would like to do. They're also coming out with a new coach online office, which I don't know about you guys, but I'm super stoked about. You're going to be able to share videos and images directly from the online office. So I don't know if you guys do this, but I just sent a video about the coach opportunity to somebody. So rather than me having to go to YouTube, copy and paste the link, put it into the Google Streak email, I'll be able to share it directly from the website. You'll be able to share images, all of that stuff, and you'll be able to share it to your Facebook as well, or your Instagram, or wherever you do your primary marketing. There's also going to be a new Team Beachbody website. I was looking through my videos and I can't find, I swore I took a video of it, but I can't find it. But it's just of what it's going to look like. It's really clean. It's really crisp. You know how right now it's all cluttered and the words are small, and it's not going to be like that anymore. It's going to be kind of similar to the way that the app looks. If you guys, ever use the app, it's going to be more seamless, more clear. It looks like it's going to have a better user interface. There's also going to be a new mobile app and a new Coach mobile enrollment app launching, as well as going back to the new Beachbody website. When they launch the new website, they're also launching a new store, a new cart. So I don't know if you guys, I'm a huge Amazon fan. So when you shop on Amazon and you check out, it's people have also, if you bought weights, people have also bought a yoga mat, and it shows you different things that are related to what you're purchasing. Beachbody is going to be doing that too. So if you're buying the Shift Shop challenge pack, it's going to be hey, you might want to get these agility markers. Or if you're buying Daily Sunshine, it might say, hey, you want to get the shaker cup that comes with it, because it doesn't come with the supply. You have to buy it separately. So that's all coming out. And then the new programs that are being launched, they are doing a clean week. So clean week is going to be with Megan Davies. She's the new trainer. She came up with this idea of, it's going to be 7 days of Shakeology. It's going to be 4 workouts from every program. She's incorporating moves from all the programs, 21 Day Fix, Sean Week, all of them. And she shouts them out when she does. So people will be like, oh, this is what they do in the 21 Day Fix. The idea is to get people excited and interested and kind of going off of our clean eating groups that we do. They do know what we do in corporate. So they took that and just kind of put it on steroids. With it, you get Shakeology, you get a meal plan. We can do challenge group guides around it. It's going to be I think it's going to be really awesome. The other keynote about this is that you do not have to sign up for an account to get this. So if somebody just wants to try it without signing up, they can. They're still tied to you as a coach. But they don't need to like create an account or do anything like that. They can literally just go in and try it for a week and see how they like it and get their results. The other one that is coming out is Double Time with Tony Horton. Really funny that Tony Horton is coming out with like a family program because he's the P90X guy, but he is. It's meant to do with somebody else. So it's meant to do with a partner. So all those people that you've been talking to that are like, I'm not self-motivated. I need to work out with somebody else. This is the program for them. You get a ball and you do different workouts with them. It's great if your kids are a little older. It's great to get them up and active and doing those moves and those workouts. A couple other changes on the financial side. There's going to be full commission if a Beachbody On Demand member purchases anything from the Beachbody website, including apparel. So if you guys like my awesome Team Beachbody short sleeve hoodie, I got it at the core, but if somebody were to purchase that, you would get the commission from that. And then I don't know if you guys heard about the Diamond bonus. That is also new this year. If you are Diamond or above and you hit Success Club every month for 3 months, as well as hold your Diamond status or higher for 6 weeks, you get $250. So that starts in July, starts this month. So you have a potential to earn an extra $500 between now and December if you hit Diamond, keep it, and hit Success Club during that time, which is all things we should be striving for, right? So I'm just going to keep going because I can't see the chat right now because this is in full screen mode, but I promise I will look at them when I'm done here. So I'm just going to kind of go through some things that I thought were key takeaways. One of them was that this is your year. We need to just focus on the fundamentals of the business, and that's what's going to give you the necessary importance. So just make sure you're doing your vital behaviors every day. Honest to God, I remember when I started, I was so overwhelmed, and Nicole would just be like, just make sure you're doing your vitals, Liz. Invite, recognize, do your personal development, and drink your Shakeology. Be proof the product works. And honestly, guys, I promise you, if you do those, you will be successful. Those vital behaviors are there because they're proven to provide success. The other thing I wanted to mention too is that curveballs are a part of this. Like you're constantly going to be having rocks thrown in your path, and you just need to see them for what they are. They're detours. They're not boulders that you can't move. They're not mountains that you can't climb. They're literal rocks that you just have to go around and focus on your goal. So if you guys don't have a goal written down for this year, for this month, for this week, I want you guys to do that before you go to bed tonight. We can share them in the group if you want, if we think that might be beneficial. But I mean, setting goals is really the only way to make sure that you're actually measuring. I mean, we track our nutrition, we track our workouts, we track our calories that we're burning, we track our heart rates. But if we're not tracking our goals in our business, how do we know how well we're doing? The next thing, Mindy Wenzer was one of the speakers during the general sessions, and she was awesome. If you guys want to go on YouTube and look at it, I'm not sure if it's up there, but I know Melanie Mitros is, so I'm assuming it would be. She did a really great job. She, just went through these different things. Make sure you're doing personal development because it changes your focus. Guys, I get it. Personal development is the number one thing to be tossed to the side, but it is the number one thing that every single top coach in this network does and accredits their success to. I can tell you, since I started doing personal development regularly, it has helped me so much. Just like my mindset, I was talking to Jay, my husband, about this the other day, about how I'm just so much more of a positive person because I'm constantly working on myself. We work on ourselves physically. We need to be working on our minds too. You don't need to read an entire book in a week. You just need to make sure you're setting aside time to grow your mind and build your mind too, because that's where your success is going to come from as well. Positive affirmations. New and I were talking about doing a positive affirmation challenge in the Make Shift Happen group. something I want to start doing because, like I said, personal development has really made me a more positive person. So doing these positive affirmations, I think, might really help as well. You also should be visualizing where you want to be, where you want to go. Even Chris Downing said he wrote out a list of things, a list of his goals, a list of his visions for the year, and that was the year that Beachbody called. So you never know what can happen. It might sound silly, but if you put it out unless you put it out into the universe, it's not going to come. It's not going to happen. You have to put it out there. You have to take that risk in order for it to happen. So like I was just saying, make sure you write down your goals, make sure you have them. And if you don't have them written down, you're less likely to hold yourself accountable to them. So just make sure you're writing them down, and make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people. Make sure you're not just kind of reaching out for those SC points. You're actually reaching out with somebody that you want to work with and somebody that you would want to have on your team. So you are also here because you made a decision, which is awesome, and I appreciate that decision. But everybody makes decisions. So you need to decide what your goal is going to be, what your vision is going to be, where you want to be at the end of the month, at the end of the year, this time next year. And always this was from Melanie's presentation, I think. But know what your goals are. Your goals aren't something that are supposed to distract you. They're not a shiny object. Commit to it. Decide what it is, and decide that you're going to commit to it and you're going to, succeed at it. All this other stuff is pretty much self-explanatory, so I'm not going to continue going through it. We went to a workshop with Bonnie Engel and Angie, can't remember her last name. She talked about branding yourself. So this is all about how to brand yourself. Literally, I was at Summit with 20,000 plus coaches. What makes me stand out? Why is somebody going to come join my team? I think one of the reasons is because I'm so consistent. I wake up, I do my personal development, I do my workout, and I drink my shake, and I share that, and I do that every day. I also love providing recipes to people because I love hearing that they made a healthy recipe that their family loves. I love sharing, beauty products that work for me. I love sharing products that my dogs love. I love sharing products that my teenager loves, because that way it just helps me reach a broader range of people. So, write down what makes you you. What makes you unique? I know I had you guys do this a little while ago, but it's always good to revisit it. And one of the things Bonnie Engel does is she makes a new list every month about things that she's overcome, things that make her normal. I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram post today, but I posted that I just woke up from a nap because I was tired because I drank too much wine last night. It's one. Sometimes mom needs a nap too. So you got to put it out there, right? You got to make yourself vulnerable. Also, make sure you're making a friend first. I know it's easy to just kind of get out there and be like, hey, I have this awesome new program starting. Come join me. But if you haven't talked to this person in years, think about how you would feel if somebody reached out to you and you hadn't talked to them in forever. You'd be like, okay, cool, no. But if you're asking them about a post they just made, or you're asking them, hey, I saw your kid doesn't really eat vegetables. Mine doesn't either. Isn't it frustrating? And then you can maybe talk to them about Daily Sunshine. Just kind of establishing that relationship first really does help. And then, like I said, being consistent, showing up often. One of the things that they did too was that they, Bonnie and Angie, they provide 7 days of value. So they'll post 7 days. It could be a recipe. It could be, a dog mom thing. It could be a beauty product. It could be whatever. It could be a cute new shirt, a sale, something or other. But they promote 7 days of value, and then they invite them. Then they post an invite post, which I thought was really cool. And it's something I think I'm going to start doing. So it's just working on those relationships, working on getting people interested. I'll talk a little bit more about that. I know some people watch the Shailene social marketing training. I'll talk a little bit more about that. Again, building trust, just making sure what attracted you to this business? Why are you here? Speak to that person. Speak to who you were before Beachbody started. because that's really how you're going to get the people that you want on your team and to join you. So yeah, these are just some questions that you can go through. And then I also wanted to share this video from Carl. I don't know. There we go.
We have a problem that's affecting 266 million people in North America. 1 in 3 adults over 40 are pre-diabetic. 1 in 3 kids are obese or overweight. Do you think you have permission to step into those lives and invite those people to a challenge group? Don't you think you have that permission? You've got to reject any psychological obstacles that you've got that are holding you back from making that invitation. You got to finish this race. And guess what? This race is never over. We keep doing this race.
So I just thought that was, I really liked that. He had this whole thing about running a marathon and finishing the race. But that just really hit me too. Like, yeah, I do have permission to invite somebody to join me. You know, it's after establishing that relationship and getting that conversation going, you do, I mean, you're not trying to help them. That's what we are. We help people. That's the basis of our jobs. Sure, people are going to reject it. Sure, people are going to say that it's a pyramid scheme and we're just trying to sell them. That's on them. That's their issue. It's not your issue. They're just not ready. And when they are, they know where to come because you're posting, you're talking about it, you're making it known that you can help people with this. So this kind of goes along with that. One of the things that Angie said that I loved, I've been repeating to myself over and over today, is that your ego is not your amigo. When you hear yourself saying the word I or you or me, that's your ego talking. It's not you. It's your ego talking. And your ego is not good. One of the books I read is The Power of Now, which talks about the ego versus the self and how, like, we really just get into our own heads. We get into our own, we get in our own way. Once you can get out of your own way and you can recognize your ego for what it is, you will be so much better off. I can promise you. This was actually, I'm sorry, this wasn't Angie. This was Amy Silverman, who's awesome, who I want to be friends with. She was really cool. And the other thing too that I really took away is what other people think of you, none of your business. People are going to develop their opinions. They're going to have their own thoughts of you. It is what it is. You can't change it. And the more you try to change it, the more they're going to develop a more negative opinion, I think. So just let it go. It's fine. Let them think what they want to think. It's none of your business what they think of you. It really isn't. One of the things Amy Silverman was talking about too was establishing the 3-foot rule. Anybody who's in 3 feet of her knows what she's doing. She says she friends people on Facebook at the grocery store and she's never been rejected. I'm not there yet. That's a little outside of my comfort zone, but I'm gonna maybe try. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, I thought that was awesome because she just seemed really bubbly and really cool. And I was at the store today and I didn't make any new Facebook friends, but you never know what can happen. All right, so these are the social media tips by Shailene Johnson. If you guys haven't watched that video that I posted in the group today, please go watch it. It is gold. Gold. It's awesome. She's awesome. She's so fun. And she was just really engaging and really great to hear speak. So one of the things, the 3 social media takeaways she discussed was borrowed words are for the birds. Who's guilty of copying and pasting another coach's post and making it as your own? Literally selecting, copy, paste, post. I've done it. I know I have. It's not you. It's not authentic. You're taking literally somebody else's words and you're posting them as your own. It's fine to see what they're doing, to see what the Melanie Mitros, Bonnie's, Angie's, what the top coaches are doing, but it's another thing to completely take it and then post it as your own. So always make sure you're taking a post, even the post that I'm giving you guys, always make sure you're changing them and making them your own, putting your own flavor to it. Otherwise, they're going to see it for people are going to see it for what it is. The other thing she said was, don't tell me you're about to sell me. again, establishing relationships, talking to people. One of the points she made was, how do you feel when you walk into a store and you're looking through the clothes rack and the saleswoman is walking up to you? You're like, I'm good. I got it. I don't need your help. Like, sales turns people off. But when you enter it with a more of a helping attitude, or hey, I have this awesome new healthy recipe. I saw your kids like aren't really eating, or I saw you were struggling with quick, easy dinners. Like, here's this recipe you might really like. And the other thing is that like, swear thin, questions win. So she challenged us to have at least 2 people ask us a question this week based off of our post. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but in my live video with Daily Sunshine, I did not say Daily Sunshine once. I just said it was a kid's smoothie and a kid's shake that she loved. Didn't say the name of it. The other thing too that she talked about was, if you go to your page and you scroll down, all of it is pictures of you, like with your Shakeology, or with, I don't know, your BOD app or your agility markers or whatever. Like, if it's just you going like this, people are going to be turned off from it. So just make sure, you're dropping hints. You're what she called it, curiosity marketing. Get people interested, get people being like, because one of the points she made was she'll go on and be like, oh my God, I love this lip color. It is, dude, sorry. Oh my God, I love this lip color. It's the best lip color ever. So anyway, I'm going to this event today, and she gets more messages about what lip color she is wearing versus the actual, stop barking. Sorry guys. Versus the actual event. Welcome to my house. Okay, so anyway, sorry about that, guys. So what was I just totally lost my train of thought. But what was I saying? Oh, people ask her more questions about the lip color than about the actual event she's going to. So just kind of dropping hints and being a little vague can be beneficial. She also told us not to implement the things that coaches are doing that started 5 to 8 years ago, because they already have their following. They're not trying to earn it. So keep that in mind when you're checking social media. This again, curiosity marketing, kind of what I just talked about. I'm just going to kind of go, I don't know how much time I have left, so I'm just going to kind of skip over it. Again, not counting likes, counting questions. I'm really excited to start this new program. I've seen amazing results from some of the coaches in my network. Can't wait to start it. The workouts are easy, or not easy, but the workouts are simple. I can do them at home. I'm really pumped to get started. Again, I've been doing it wrong because I've been saying Shift Shop. Saying the program on Facebook can get you blocked. So make sure you're not saying the program. Make sure you're just kind of saying, home workout, able to do it around your kids' schedules or whatever it is. And then the other thing too is to stop focusing on the negative, because it is a giant waste of time. So true. And then the last slide is for you to create your vision. So one of the things that we kept hearing over the course of the weekend was to get crystal clear on what it is that you want from this business. I'm still working on it, but I need to get crystal clear on what it is that I want from this and write it down. Because if it's not written down, you're not going to remember it. I mean, I know I won't. Make sure when you're setting your goals too, you're setting the pace for your goals. Again, be authentic. And maintain a consistent social media presence. Make sure you're posting 3 to 5 times a day, every day. I know it sounds like it's a lot, but once you get into that habit, it's really not. So that's all I have for you guys. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I only have 10 minutes. Awesome. Okay, let me check the chat. What are you afraid of doing? But you will try to start it. I don't know what Nicole was trying to say there.
What did I write? One was the diamond bonus. It has to be 6 consecutive weeks. So if you're diamond 2 weeks,
Yeah,
and you slip, and then you're diamond 3 weeks, it's not going to work. You know, you don't get the bonus. It has to be 6 consecutive weeks. The other, you talked about when I finally was able to transfer Jackson. At some point, I just stopped caring and just turned the video on because I'm like, you're not sleeping anyway, so I might as well listen in. You talked right before the Chilean slides. You talked about something that you're still afraid of doing. It scares you, but you might start doing it.
Yeah,
I missed the context.
That was so Amy Silverman was talking about how, like, when she's at the grocery store and she's shopping for broccoli or whatever, she's like, oh, do you like that broccoli? I love that broccoli. How do you cook it? Like, she starts like just talking to people about it. And then when she's like, hey, are you on Facebook? Let's connect. Let's be friends. And I was like, oh God, I don't know if I can do that. But she said she's never, like, somebody has ever been like, no, weirdo, see you later. Just, I guess, because she starts talking to them and makes them comfortable.
Right.
Rather than just being like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. You want to be Facebook friends? Like,
right.
You know, there's a difference. So
yeah, I mean, she's also this free bird, right? That, you know, like, I think with her, you just kind of wouldn't even think it's weird.
Yeah, so it's presentation too, but
and the drip. What I meant was that I think that is what you were saying as well. Like, just like keep dropping hints here and there, but never like spill the full picture. And that's what we do, period, right? So whenever we have a conversation, we just drip. Like, I dripped on you for, like, I don't know how long. You said no, but
yeah, I was never making this a business. My God.
No, you would never do this. And you know, but like, it was dripping, right? Without ever like dumping the hammer on you. It was more like just like dropping something here, dropping something there. And I think we're all guilty of using like program names and stealing posts like today.
Yep,
but
doing it.
I totally did today. I think it was Melanie Metros. But it was like a short one. Like,
it doesn't matter if it was a paragraph or if it was a sentence.
I know it's horrible, but I needed a filler. So when she says, I mean, I watched the video, but maybe it was better in context when you talked about it. So when Chalene Johnson says, what was my point? I just blanked out. Ignore me. The question will come back to me.
Okay, you can post it in the group too, and then we can talk about it. Does anybody have any other questions? Was that helpful? Yeah? Okay, good. I know my slides were a little all over the place, but I was on a plane. I was drinking wine, so sorry.
Yeah, no, I learned, I mean, that was great. Not dropping names and giving a hint. Now I'm like, oh, I want to go back and redo my post, but it's already posted.
It's okay. I know, I was seeing all of them today, and I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, well, next time, message me and say, hey, you know, just so that, you know, I know. And so like that, so, I mean, I'm not going to be offended or anything like that, but I'm trying to learn too. So I think it would have been great if I would have just posted my before picture and maybe just say, you know, I'm starting my day one, I'm so excited, and just kind of leave it at that instead of like, here's a shift shop, you know, and stuff like that. So
yeah, well, now you know too. I mean, I'm guilty of it too.
Yeah, I think we're all guilty of that anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm so guilty of like posting the stupid names of everything because, you know, throughout these months, I've always heard it both ways, like post the names or don't post the names.
Yeah.
Share or don't share. Make them curious or give them the information. So now I'm going to go with the official summit info. And because it's true. And I've gone like both ways back and forth because you're always trying a little bit of everything. So we're all guilty of it, you know?
Yeah. And she did do this
official summit and just follow that from now on and drop hints. But I love the lipstick idea because that's a good way of like saying, oh, I'm just about to jump into a call with my team, but I'm drinking this tea and it's delicious or whatever.
Yeah.
No,
that's awesome.
That's what was going through my mind. Because I mean, I'm not like the lipstick. That's not going to happen, but maybe I can find something else. So I thought that was really cool. I'm going to try to work on that.
That's a great example.
Guys, seriously, inside of that in that Facebook group, the Beachbody Champions, I think it is,
Mm-hmm.
like there is a video with Jatana Jackson about Instagram. And if you have not seen the video, you have to, because I mean, I watched it the other day while I was washing dishes. I always prep it up in the counter and like clean my kitchen and watch a video. And it was really, really great. Like she has so many different tips on how she posts on Instagram and does her stories. And like last month, I think the video is from last month. So the month before, she got up to like Success Club 44 and only through Instagram and posting and using her stories. So I really think that if you have time, you should watch it because it's always in the back of my mind and I'm going to try to start implementing it. And I stopped doing the stories on Facebook because it doesn't get anybody to really watch it. It's always the same 5, 6, 7 people a day. And Instagram, you have more chances of getting more people to like start looking at them and following you. So just a suggestion.
Hashtags.
We
Julian
have
Johnson.
Yeah.
we have less than a minute, so if you guys have anything else that we should talk about, let's post it in the Spark and Shine group. And that's it. Thank you guys for being here. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, Liz.
Bye.
Bye.